Roundworms are something that many cats might get at some point in their lives, but don't worry, it's usually not too serious if we catch it early and get the right treatment. Today, we are going to explain all about how cats get roundworms, what signs you might see if your cat has them, and what you should do if you think your furry friend might be infected. What are roundworms? Roundworms are a type of worm that can live inside the stomach and intestines of cats. They are long and look a bit like spaghetti. Cats can get these worms from different places, including the soil outside or by eating small animals that are already infected. Roundworms are very common, especially in kittens who might get them from their mother. These worms take food from the cat's stomach, which can make the cat feel sick and not want to eat. Although roundworms can be harmful if they are left inside the cat for too long, they usually aren't a big problem if a vet treats them quickly. Vets can give medicine that helps get rid of the worms so that the cat feels better again. How do cats get roundworms? Cats can pick up roundworms in a few different ways, and it's pretty easy for them to get these unwanted guests in their bellies. Understanding how cats get roundworms can help us prevent our furry friends from getting infected. One common way cats get roundworms is from the environment. This means that when cats go outside and dig in the soil or walk around, they might pick up worm eggs. These eggs are really tiny, so you can't see them, but they stick to the cat's paws or fur. Later, when cats clean themselves by licking their fur, they swallow the eggs. Once inside the cat's body, these eggs hatch into worms. Another way cats can get roundworms is by eating infected animals. Cats are natural hunters, and they often catch and eat small animals like mice or birds. Some of these animals might have roundworms inside them. When a cat eats an infected animal, the worms can move into the cat's body. Kittens can also get roundworms from their mother, which is why so many kittens have them. If the mother cat has roundworms, she can pass them to her kittens either before they are born or through her milk when they nurse. This is a big reason vets tell people to get kittens checked and treated for worms early on. Cats who have roundworms don't always look sick at first, so it's hard to tell right away if they have worms. That's why it's important for cat owners to know about these ways cats get roundworms. By understanding this, you can help keep your cat safe. For example, if you know that roundworms can come from the environment, you might decide to keep your cat indoors to avoid them coming into contact with infected soil. If keeping your cat inside isn't possible, you might be more careful about checking their paws and fur when they come back inside and make sure they are cleaned well. Also, knowing that cats can get worms from eating small animals might make you think twice about letting them hunt. You could provide plenty of toys and playtime inside so they don't feel the need to catch real animals. And for kittens, since they can get roundworms from their mom, taking them to the vet early for a checkup and treatment can stop worms before they become a big problem. Vets can give medicines that are safe for kittens and will kill the worms. By taking steps like these, cat owners can really help their pets avoid getting roundworms. It's all about knowing where the risks are and doing your best to keep your cat away from those risks. Keeping your cat healthy and worm-free means they can be happier and more playful, just the way we love them to be. Signs: your cat might have roundworms. When a cat has roundworms, there are several signs that might show up. These signs help cat owners realize that something is not right with their furry friend. One of the first signs you might notice is that your cat's belly seems swollen or bigger than usual. This happens because the roundworms take up space inside the cat's stomach and intestines. Along with a swollen belly, cats might seem uncomfortable or in pain. They might not want to be touched around their belly, and they might meow more than usual or act differently because they feel bad. Another sign of roundworms in cats is weight loss or poor growth, especially in kittens. Even if your cat is eating the same amount of food as always, they might start to lose weight. This is because the roundworms are taking some of the nutrients from the food before the cat can absorb them. In kittens, this is particularly serious because they are still growing, and not getting enough nutrients can affect their development. Cats with roundworms often have fur that looks dull and not very soft. Normally, a healthy cat has shiny, smooth fur. But when a cat isn't getting enough nutrients, or if they're feeling sick, their fur can become rough and lack its usual luster. Vomiting or diarrhea is also a common sign of roundworms. Sometimes you might actually see worms in your cat's vomit or poop. which can be pretty shocking. These worms might look like small pieces of spaghetti. Not every cat with roundworms will have vomiting or diarrhea, but it's a pretty clear sign when it does happen. Coughing is another symptom that might seem a bit strange since we usually don't think about worms causing coughs. However, roundworms can sometimes move to the cat's lungs, which can lead to coughing. This isn't as common as some of the other symptoms, but it's possible and is something to watch out for. It's important to remember that not all cats will show all these signs. Some cats might have 1 or 2 symptoms, while others might have several. Also, some cats might not show any signs at all, at least not at first. That's why it's good to have regular checkups with a vet who can check for worms even if your cat seems healthy. Recognizing these signs early is key to getting your cat the help they need. Roundworms are treatable, and the sooner they're caught, the sooner your cat can start feeling better. If you see any of these signs, it's a good idea to call your vet. They can tell you what to do next and how to help your cat get rid of the worms. In conclusion, knowing the signs of roundworms can make a big difference in your cat's health. Keep an eye on your cat's belly size, weight, fur condition, and watch for any vomiting, diarrhea, or coughing. By staying alert to these signs, you can catch roundworms early and get your cat the treatment they need to recover and stay healthy. What to do if you think your cat has roundworms? If you notice any of the signs that might mean your cat has roundworms, like a swollen belly, dull fur, or seeing worms in their vomit or poop, the best thing to do is go to the vet. Vets are doctors for animals, and they know exactly how to check if your cat has worms and what to do about it. When you go to the vet, they will probably ask you about what signs you've seen and how your cat has been acting. This helps them understand what might be wrong. The vet might want to do a test to find out for sure if your cat has roundworms. To do this, they might need a small sample of your cat's poop. They can look at the poop under a microscope to see if there are any worm eggs. If the vet finds out that your cat does have roundworms, they will give you medicine for your cat to take. This medicine is very good at killing the worms. You'll need to give your cat the medicine exactly as the vet tells you. Sometimes you might need to give more medicine a few weeks later to make sure all the worms are gone, especially if new worms hatch from eggs after the first treatment. It's very important to follow the vet's instructions about how to give the medicine. This makes sure that all the worms get killed and your cat gets better. The medicine is safe for cats, and it will help them feel better very quickly. After your cat has been treated for worms, you'll want to keep checking them for any signs of worms coming back. Keep up with regular vet visits and make sure your cat stays healthy. Your vet might also suggest ways to help stop your cat from getting worms again. Lastly, make sure you clean your cat's living area well. Wash their bedding and clean the floors where they spend a lot of time. This helps get rid of any worm eggs that might be around, which can prevent the worms from coming back. Keeping your cat's space clean is a good way to help keep them healthy and happy. Preventing roundworms in cats. Keeping your cat safe from roundworms is very important. There are several things you can do to help make sure your cat stays free of these pesky worms. By following these tips, you can help keep your cat healthy and happy. The first thing you can do is try to keep your cat indoors. Cats that go outside can come into contact with soil or other animals that might have roundworms. By staying inside, your cat has less chance of getting infected. If your cat does go outside, try to watch where they go and what they do. This way, you can help stop them from eating small animals or exploring places where they might pick up worms. Another important thing is to keep your cat's living area clean. This includes their litter box. Roundworm eggs can be found in the poop of infected cats, so it's really important to clean the litter box often. Use gloves when you clean it, and wash your hands well afterward. This helps get rid of any worm eggs before they can infect anyone else or reinfect your cat. Feeding your cat the right kind of food also helps prevent roundworms. Don't let your cat eat wild animals like mice or birds, which can carry roundworms. Stick to cat food from a store, which is safe and keeps your cat from hunting animals that might make them sick. Make sure your cat's food and water bowls are clean too, because dirty bowls could have germs or worm eggs. Regular visits to the vet are also very important. Vets can check your cat for worms and give them medicine to prevent worms before they start. This kind of medicine is given once a month, and it's very easy to use. It not only helps prevent roundworms, but also other types of worms and pests. Ask your vet what kind of preventive medicine is best for your cat. Sometimes, even with all these precautions, cats might still get roundworms. That's why keeping an eye on your cat's health is so important. If you see any changes in how your cat acts or how they look, like a swollen belly or dull fur, these could be signs of worms, and you should see the vet right away. It's also a good idea to talk to your family about how to prevent roundworms. Make sure everyone knows how important it is to wash their hands after playing with pets or cleaning their areas. Keeping everyone informed helps make sure your cat and your home stays healthy. By taking these steps, you can greatly reduce the chances of your cat getting roundworms. Remember, a clean home, good hygiene, safe food, and regular vet checks are the best ways to keep your cat free from worms. Your cat depends on you for their health, so doing these things shows how much you care about them. So this was all about today's video. Do let us know your thoughts in comments. Please subscribe to the All Cats. Thank you for watching.